Hello and welcome back to the Monday Night Spurs show, live every Monday at 9 p.m. Joining me tonight, we've got Gary. How you doing, Gary?
Yeah, not bad, Tel, not bad. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Football side, I'm not too bad. So let's get a few things out of the way. Let's talk about one of the biggest Spurs legends of all time, Jimmy Greaves. Really sad news yesterday, waking up seeing that Jimmy Greaves has passed away.
Yeah,
Proper Tottenham legend. I mean, every record book you see, Jimmy would be right at the top, no denying it. And yeah, sad day yesterday with Jimmy Greaves passing. What was your thoughts, Gary, when you heard the news?
yeah, bit of a well, I don't know if it was a bit of a shock. Yeah, a bit of a shock, you could say. But look, I think he had his problems, his health problems as he got older. So so I mean, it's sad to say, but I hope now for Jimmy, he's not suffering anymore. I hope he's at peace.
Mm.
And but yeah, what a man, what a legend. I mean, obviously, never watched him because it was way before our time. I mean, obviously, mine and your dad's probably watched him back in the day.
Mm.
But yeah, the record speaks for itself. He's the highest ever goal scorer for Tottenham as well. So yeah, a legend. Everyone respected Jimmy, and yeah, absolutely, and a World Cup winner in
Yeah,
'66. Let's not forget as well.
yeah. There's one stat I heard. I think he got like 41 England goals, and he's about the fourth in the all-time record for England,
Is
and
that
that
right?
was without scoring a penalty. No penalties.
Oh wow.
That's
Okay.
how good he was. And I mean, the fact that we hear his name so much, like I'm so familiar with the name Jimmy Greaves, and
Yeah.
I know quite a bit about him from going Spurs. Everyone talks about Jimmy Greaves, and
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he just shows what a club legend he really was for Tottenham, and of course for Chelsea. I think Chelsea fans give him a good reception yesterday as well.
Yeah, I think he got one from West Ham as well. Played at West Ham for a bit.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if it's Milan. I don't know if he played for Inter or AC
he played
Milan.
for AC. Yeah. Did you hear about him at AC? He was really homesick or something, and he wanted to come back to England and he joined Spurs. But AC Milan was so reluctant to let him go because he got 9 goals in 12 games. So he was so good. AC Milan really didn't want to let him go at the time. That's how good he was. He
Well,
wasn't
yeah,
happy, but he was still tearing it up for his club. But yeah, also, of course, we also saw the sad news yesterday. Boise from Only Fools and Horses, John
oh
Chadwick
yeah,
passed away, and that was really sad as well. You know, it's never nice to see someone pass away when you read it on the news, but to see Boise go as well, and that one was a bit more, even more out of the blue. I didn't know
yeah.
anything was wrong with John Chalice, but that was a
No, I didn't,
bit.
but I saw he's got a Twitter page. I don't know if it's his own personal Twitter page or he just
Yeah,
does it for his fans or someone runs it for the fans' sake. But he actually announced that he was planning to do a tour in Belgrade in Serbia,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then obviously, then hours later he passed away. So yeah, I mean, Boise was one of my favourites from Only Fools. Absolutely loved him.
yeah.
But to lose two English legends in one day, you couldn't write it.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone, like, it's amazing how many people knew who Jimmy Greaves was. Like, I was at
Mm,
Liverpool Street and it was on Sky News about rest in peace Jimmy Greaves, like on the big billboards. It
yeah,
really was like big news for the country yesterday.
I
Of
think
course,
yeah,
it was
I
MBE
think
as well.
yeah, I think for the older generation, he was a hero as well. I mean, you think he was a World Cup winner with England in 1966 as well. I'm not sure if he was in the squad that day. I believe he was injured, but
He
he
got
made
injured,
well, he was in the squad itself, but obviously wasn't in the team
yeah,
on that final. But yeah, yeah, an all-round footballing legend as well. I think up and down the country, I think every other team across the country paid their respects as well. So, but yeah, that was big news, quite big news to hear of Jimmy.
yeah. So yeah, thoughts go out to Jimmy Greaves' family and of course John
Yeah,
Challenge and their family.
yeah,
But yeah, let's talk about the game yesterday. Tottenham Hotspur 0, Chelsea 3. Expected to lose, I think it's fair to say, due to not only how poor we are right now, we can say, but Chelsea are right in rhythm. They're in rhythm. They know what they're doing. They're a proper
yeah.
football team right now. What was your thoughts? Let's talk about the lineup first of all. I thought the lineup No complaints from me. I was in the bricklayers. Everyone was talking about it. Everyone was like, "Oh, Nuno's going for this." Everyone was quite buzzing with the lineup. What did you think when you saw the team sheet?
Yeah, same. I think looking at that lineup, it looks more attacking. It looks really
Yeah,
attacking as well. And obviously, he played two centre backs. People thought he was going to play three centre backs with two wing backs, but yeah, it was really attacking from what I could see. Anyway, I think though it was a little bit harsh to drop Skippy because I think with Skip, he just adds a bit more solidarity to the middle of the park there. But obviously, good to see Ndombele play.
hmm
Nice to see Lo Celso picked as well. Obviously, not really that effective yesterday, but it just shows. I think Nuno wanted to go for it. He wanted to pick some creativity. He wanted to pick some attacking players, but didn't really deliver on the day. Unfortunately, first half looked promising.
hmm
Looked really promising. I think you know what. I think we could probably nick a goal here, but it just wasn't meant to be. And as you say, yeah, Chelsea just look levels ahead of us now. But not just us. I think every other team in the Prem at the minute are
Yeah,
looking
no,
a real force this year. So yeah, like you said, maybe expected. I was hoping to at least get something from the game, but wasn't meant to be.
Ollie's left a little comment for us. He says that lineup was probably the best one that Nuno could have chose yesterday. Bench looked very weak though. Of course,
Mm.
Bergwijn and Lucas Moura are out injured. Apart from that, I can't really tell you any players missing. Am I missing anyone else apart from Bergwijn and Lucas Moura?
Obviously, Tanganga was out through suspension,
Tanganga, yeah, that's the one.
and
Tanganga.
Sessegnon.
Yeah, I suppose so. But yeah, I suppose Lucas Moura and Bergwijn would be the only big absentees. But it is what it is, really. That is the squad we've got till at least January. I feel like creativity wise, that there was enough there to create chances.
Yeah,
Um, didn't like from what I saw, we had the ball when we had the ball. It didn't look like we was going to create any chances. I was in the south stand, and the only chance I saw us really have was when Reguilon ran down the left hand side.
yeah,
One when I watched the YouTube highlights back, that wasn't even shown as a highlight on the little highlights of the game. So
oh.
it shows how much of a chance it really was. I don't know if it was a big chance.
I think Regulon he should have gone for a shot. I think if he was a regular goal scorer, I think he would have gone for a shot. But I think because he hasn't scored for us yet,
Yeah,
maybe he thought it was wise to pass it to Gio in the middle of the.
is that who it was in
But
the
yeah, it
middle?
was Lo
I don't
Celso.
know.
Yeah, Lo Celso was in the middle of the box there, and I think he wanted to square it to him just to, I suppose, make it an easy tap in, easy chance to score. But I think regular he could have gone for that. Just go for an effort. You know, they've gone for Kepa in goal and not
Yeah.
Mendy, so they've gone for Kepa, who hasn't had many minutes in a Chelsea shirt
Mm.
lately. So I think just go
So what
for
was
just
it?
go for the chance.
Was it a bad pass or was it a poor run or a good interception? I
I
really
think
haven't seen it back.
no, I think it was a poor pass. I think it's a tough one. I think it looked like he just passed it to Rudiger more than
Yeah.
anything. I mean, you could see him trying to get it through to Lascelles, so I just don't think there was enough power. But if he powered it too much, it just would have been
So,
Lascelles would have missed it. So I don't know. I think personally, Reguilon should have gone for a shot, just work the keeper, have a shot on target.
mm.
Anger might have been against it, but you just never know. I've seen them go in that type of angle. I've seen Harry Kane score a number like that um, before as well.
Oh, you still there, mate?
Yep, still here.
Yeah, sorry, we're cut out a bit. But that's the thing, like you said, you just never know. But we
Nah,
saw that in the second half when Kante come on, he had a shot, took a deflection, and went in the back of the net.
yeah,
And that's something that Tottenham just refused to do lately. He's just have a go. And that's what's
yeah,
really frustrating me. Just have a dig. And we saw that I mentioned it on the show last week with the women's team. They just put the ball in the box against Man City,
yeah,
and it still ended up in the back of the net. And that's just like just a classic saying: if you don't shoot, you don't score.
yeah.
And
Simple as that.
again, 2 attempts on goal yesterday. Um, Palace, it was 2 attempts as well. We are really, really struggling for creativity, and this is our best team now. Like,
Mm,
of course, Lo Celso and Dombele still a bit raw, despite being at the club 3 seasons now. I don't know how long they've been here,
yeah,
but,
entering their third season.
it is looking a big concern now about creating chances. I don't want to be calling Nuno out and all that already, but
Nah,
the teams at the bottom are the ones that don't score, and the teams that stay up are the ones that do score, and we seem to have a massive problem not putting the ball in the net, but just creating the chance.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just we've just got to get used to Nuno's style of play. I think what people need to remember as well when Poch was first appointed the Spurs manager, that he had a slow start. He had a
Yeah,
slow start. I know we had like a couple of obviously we had probably had more chances at goals and all that, but we dropped points to. I mean, I remember we lost at home to West Brom. We lost at home to Stoke. We went to Sunderland, drew 1-1 there. I think we lost to Newcastle or drew to Newcastle. We dropped points early on, and
yeah.
people were calling Pochettino to go, but
This is
but
when the Villa
he had a
game, wasn't
stop
it?
start. Yeah, I mean he had a stop start. I mean even after the Villa game, that free kick that Kane scored, even after then it still wasn't right.
Yeah.
So it took a while to really kick in, and but yeah, I think Poch had a start to his managerial career. I think it's just going to be the same for Nuno.
Mm. So do you expect these players to gel, or do you feel like Nuno? Do you trust Nuno? Like, do you trust him to get the best out of these players? Because we've had Mourinho, Poch, and Mason, and none of them really got a tune out of these players yet.
I think what it is, I think there's still some players at the club who don't want to be there, but they're
Yeah.
stuck there and they have to play. So obviously, one of the players I think who doesn't want to be there anymore is Kane. I think I can
Mm.
just see it on the pitch and his body language. I think another player who looks like don't want to be there is Lo Celso.
Yeah, it
Another
almost
player,
feels like someone please put a bid in. That's what they're thinking. I
Yeah,
think
and
they're
another player, obviously Ndombele. But I mean, watching him the last two matches, he looked like he's just getting on with it. I think deep down he wants to go, but I think he is just getting on with it. But yeah, I think it just shows there is some players there who ain't got the right attitude to play. So I don't know. Hopefully, I'm proved wrong later. It could be a fact that they're not used to Nuno's system yet. I mean, you've got to remember Ndombele and Lo Celso. This is their first start to the Premier League
yeah,
this season.
yeah.
And obviously, you've got Emerson
And,
Royale,
and
who's new to the
Romero,
team.
yeah. Romero's first start yesterday.
Romero's first start, Royale's first start at home anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Nuno just needs to find the regular starting 11 first, and then work with that.
Mm. So I was going to talk about Harry Kane. You brought him
Mm-hmm.
up a minute ago. So yeah, he's gone missing again, and he's almost. I think he done it again last season for us. He done it in the Champions League final where he kind of jeopardised our style of play. How
Yeah,
how do you see this going forward? Do you feel like Kane needs to be dropped? I mean, not because of his ability, but we look more of a counter attacking side now, and Kane's not a counter attacking player, and of course he's dropping far too deep. Where do
yeah.
you see? Let's let's ignore Wolves. Let's talk about Arsenal. Do you see him starting for against Arsenal?
I don't think you've got a choice. I think you have to start
Yeah.
Kane against Arsenal. It goes without saying. I think I see something earlier. Someone said the only problem Spurs have got at the minute is getting Kane firing. Once you get Kane firing, then we'll be up
Mm.
there again. Because the
Yeah.
minute Kane gets firing and gets stuck in scoring goals, then we should be good. I mean, let's face it, we will, because he's the sort of player he does. He carries us forward. But I think I think with Kane, like you said, didn't kind of turn up yesterday. But dropping him, I mean, I thought this earlier. I thought maybe Kane does need to be dropped. Maybe he's not fit. I think they just need to have a sit down with him and actually say to him, "Is your head in the right place?
Mm.
Do you want to be here?"
Yeah.
And just be honest and straight up with us, because we want to get the season going. We want to get up and running now, with or without you.
Mm. Ollie
Simple as that.
says, spot on from Gaz. Once Kane gets one, he'll start scoring for fun. Nice bit of poetry there from Ollie. Once he gets one, he'll start scoring for fun.
Like it, very like it. Yeah, very very true there, Ollie. Yeah, but yeah, like I say, when he does get one, he will score more. I feel that. I do feel like he will.
The problem is, it's not even getting the ball to Kane. I think it's about having Kane in the box. And I
Yeah.
think he gets so frustrated. I think everyone's frustrated on the pitch. And even as fans, we're frustrated. But if Kane's not in the box, we've got a problem. We definitely need him in and around the box. When this is going to be, we do not know. But
Well, I think that's why Son and Lucas play either side of him, because I think one of them always gets into the box,
yeah,
and obviously Kane plays deep. But Kane. I think Kane has said him. I think he said himself. I don't know if he said it out publicly, but I've definitely heard it from somewhere. Kane likes to play as a number 10. That's why he wears number 10.
Yeah.
He plays as that position. He prefers it,
Mm.
and obviously he wants a number 9 up front. He wants a striker up front.
I do feel have sympathy for Kane because he almost saved our season last year. Although we only got Conference League, he saved us from real embarrassment.
Yeah,
And now Mourinho's gone, and Bale's gone, and Eriksen's gone before that. And I feel like I can see how he feels. He must feel so stuck, and it's not even his fault, is it? It's because the club don't want to progress with him. And he's just, I know he signed the contract, but I do. Do you have sympathy for Harry?
Well, I mean, I'm not. Well, it's a tough one, really. I mean, I don't really have a lot of sympathy for him. I mean, look, he's a professional footballer. He's comfortable. I mean, he should be leading the role. He should be the main man now.
Mm.
I think with probably like you said, Eriksen being there and someone like I don't know when Dele Alli was shining as well.
Mm.
I think what it was, he had a unit there. He had a team. He had Eriksen. He had Dele, and obviously Sonny there as well. Sonny is still there, but I think Kane should just take the lead now. Maybe he can't take the leader's role. I mean, I know he's captain for England and that, but I think to be Spurs captain, I think that's what he wants. I think he wanted to be a captain, but obviously that's gone to Hugo Lloris. But I'm not being funny. I think the next captain in line would be someone like Højbjerg.
It's going to be Højbjerg, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And it's not even. I mean, I do like Højbjerg, but it's almost because there's literally no one else capable in my eyes. I mean, you could argue Dyer, but of course he does make the odd mistake, a few mistakes.
Yeah.
Almost every game. Let's talk about positives. Any positives from yesterday for you?
Just the first half. I think that when I watched the first half yesterday, it just looked like we had a bit more of a game plan.
Yeah.
And obviously, I was hoping that continued into the second half. I mean, the only concern for me in that first half was obviously the chances, the lack of shots at goal. But I thought, okay, let's just give it the benefit of the doubt here. We're playing against a tough Chelsea side. Let's try and see if we can have that momentum like we did playing against Manchester City.
Yeah.
Again, didn't create too many chances in that game, but we played well throughout and then eventually got our goal. And obviously the first game of the season, 1-0 win, we thought, yeah, we're going to be in for a good season here. But I think with the yesterday, I think if we carried on having a positive second half as well as the first half, I think maybe we could have got something from the game. But I don't know what happened. I think second half, we just never came out of the dressing room. And Chelsea had a game plan for that second half. We clearly didn't. And so they took advantage of that and battered us.
Yeah, I saw before I come on air tonight, I looked at Chelsea's bench and their fullbacks, for example, was Reece James and Ben Chilwell.
Yeah.
And they'd go straight into our team, wouldn't they? Reece James.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course they would. Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. And then we're desperate for a playmaker. They've got Ziyech on the bench.
Yeah.
And they took Mason Mount off at half time. They brought on Werner. They still had Hudson-Odoi to come on and Trevor Chalobah. It's just unreal. I mean, what you're competing with. Of course, we're not we're the 8th richest club in the world, but unfortunately, we don't want to act like it. So
yeah.
But yeah, it's nothing we can do as fans, is it? I mean, we're desperate for a huge investment, but it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, we definitely do need a huge investment in that team. Probably, I think we should have added at least 2 more players to the team. It would have made a difference. But I think if you're not going to invest in the team, then just use some young players then. I mean, I'd like to see that Markanda. I've gone on about him a couple of times now.
Yeah.
But I think bring him in because in the reserves, he looks quality. The thing is, we keep loaning out all our young players. I mean, I would have liked to have kept that Keon Atiti.
Yeah.
I think it would have been good.
And it's typical, isn't it? That Janelle Bennett went out on loan and he scored for Greaves.
Yeah, he scored. Yeah, I think Troy Parrott scored as well for MK Dons.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. Like, we do need some players, especially a winger. I mean, a winger, you can almost a youth winger, you can almost just put on, just see what they got, just see what they're going to get about them.
Yeah, why not? I mean, maybe that's what this Europa Conference League's for. I think just play some young players, see how they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you look at Dane Scarlett. You're talking about Harry Kane. I think Dane Scarlett is definitely taking the striker's role up a bit more seriously. He doesn't drop deep at all. He stays up top.
Yeah.
And that's what we want Kane to do. I'd rather Kane didn't have any touches in the middle of the park. I'd rather he was isolated in the box because
Yeah,
an
yeah, I'd
isolated
rather,
informed Harry Kane scores goals.
I'd rather him have one touch in the box and it be a
Yeah,
goal instead of 100 touches outside the box.
yeah,
Because if Kane's touching it outside the box, it's very rare that you're gonna get a runner into the box unless it's Son. No
yeah,
one else is going to run into the box. You're not going to see Winks run into the box or Skip. So you need to. I think it's very hard to drill it into these players when it's their style of play.
yeah.
With
But
Harry
like I
Kane.
say, I think Nuno just needs to figure out who his best starting 11 is, and I
Yeah,
think he needs to figure out what their best position is as well. I think he's still trying to work that one out as well. Excuse me, because I think Delhi needs to go back as a number 10.
yeah,
I think so. Yeah, he can't keep playing again. He can't keep playing them deep roles either. I think playing him as a number 10 would be ideal, and keep Kane up top.
yeah,
I think would definitely work wonders there. I think um, Ndombele coming in, staying alongside Højbjerg there as well. If he played like, I don't know, like Kane and Delhi, and then like he had a three-man midfield of Skip, Højbjerg, and Ndombele, that's quite a solid midfield.
yeah,
But then again, what does Son play?
yeah. But either way, we need more attacking players. Like so,
Yeah,
I mean, at least if we put Ali back up, not up front, but, in a forward position, at least
yeah.
it's another option.
I think even Ryan Sessegnon to play as a left winger.
Yeah, that's what I want you to see. But another player troubled with injuries.
Yeah,
Let's talk about Rennes v Spurs then.
yeah,
It ended 2-2 the other night. A
yeah,
game that we didn't offer too much creativity. But I was pleased to see Højbjerg show initiative and run into the box to get the
yeah.
equaliser that we needed. That's what we've been saying about players running into the box, and he was brave enough to go into the box, as silly as it sounds. But what was your thoughts on the game?
Well, I think the result's not the worst result. I think 2-2 draw is a good result. Still in match day one.
Yeah,
I think Rennes away was going to be the toughest fixture in this group. So I think it's good we get that out the way early and go there and get a point, which ain't a bad thing on match day one. I mean, I'm confident that we'll top this group. Well, at least qualify from
yeah,
this group anyway. So I've got no concerns with this one. I think the other team, Vitesse, who was in our
yeah.
group, they beat that
More,
Mura, whoever they are from Slovenia. I beat them the other night, but yeah, we've still got all the home ties left. So I think if we win all our home games, I mean, should beat that Mura team away, and even if we get a draw against Vitesse, it should qualify us. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I think early doors in that game, but yeah, the game against Rennes again, they kind of battered us a bit more going forward. Galini obviously gifted a goal. I think he should have done better with
yeah, poor
their
Barry.
second goal. Yeah, it was just really poor. Yeah, I think it was a bit shaky that game. Probably didn't like the hostile atmosphere.
Mm.
But yeah, I think a lot to improve from in that match. So, but yeah, I think I'm not too worried about the group. I think we can get the job done still.
It's frustrating because our squad is quite bare, and it's just one of them. You just know with these games, Davis comes back in and Doherty
Yeah,
comes back in. It's
yeah,
just quite frustrating. I think I know it's going to sound crazy saying this. At least we're going to get Davinson Sanchez back in now, so we're going to have Dyer,
yeah,
Romero, and Sanchez now as three options that I trust a bit more now compared to under Mourinho. So at least
yeah,
we've got a bit more sturdiness, hopefully. But yeah, right now it's almost just rotation, just for the sake of it, just to prevent injuries and
yeah,
prevent players from burning out. So it doesn't seem like we're fielding a side tactically. It's almost like we have to choose these players.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. But like I say, that's why I think some young players, I think it's their time to step up now. Like really
Yeah,
step up and make a name for yourself and actually get into the first. I mean, I'd like to see some young players play. I'd like to see them play, see them progress, and see them do well.
mm,
And it's a great feeling. You get like a young player coming in and he takes, he takes the league by storm. And he's like the next big thing coming up, young lads and doing so well.
mm.
And you think to yourself, well, we don't need any new signings because we've got this young fella stepping up. And yeah, I mean, it's like happened with Oliver Skip. I mean, he's been like a new signing.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? That we sign no one in the middle, but it's because we brought back Skip.
Yeah, I
So
think that's the
he does
reason.
come up
Yeah,
and funny.
yeah. But I've
Um,
noticed as well, recently about Højbjerg, I've noticed he's playing a bit more of a deep lying playmaker sort of role.
So what? What do you mean? What behind? What
So
by
he's
the
kind,
defense?
so he's kind of like obviously doing what he does in the middle there, but I've noticed he goes forward a bit more as well, and he creates a bit, and he got a bit more creativity to his name as well.
Yeah,
He points out a pass and creates a bit more, goes forward. He can take on some players. He's
yeah. That's what I was gonna say. He's not
talented.
afraid to dribble. He's
No, he's a talented
dribble.
player.
Um, let's talk. Let's preview Wolves then.
Hmm.
So, as you just mentioned in the youth, do you expect any youth players to travel to Wolves
Yeah,
on Wednesday night?
yeah, I think so. But again, I don't think we've got a choice. I think we have to take some youth players to the to Molineux on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think that'd be a bit of a mixture there. I think some rotational players will come in there as well. I think Galini will start this one. I think maybe Romero will start. That's if he's fit. I think he hobbled off injured yesterday. He'll probably just had a bit of
I think it
cramp.
was cramp. Yeah, I afraid it was cramp.
But yeah, I think Joey Roden will start this one as well. I think Skip
Sanchez.
Højbjerg could start. See, the thing is, Skip and Højbjerg look like sort of players who could play 90 minutes on a Wednesday, 90 minutes on a Saturday, and
Yeah,
they could do that back to back. Fit lads,
yeah,
and they're solid as well. They're tough. Don't seem to be injured all any time. Skip looked like he was injured the other week when he was playing for the under 21s England, but played that same week. So
mm,
probably wouldn't surprise me to see that. I think maybe rest Kane for this one. I wouldn't
mm,
start Kane. I'd probably start Sonny as the main striker.
yeah.
Uh, if Lucas is fit, probably pay Lucas more, obviously, because he missed out. Bergwijn looks like he's going to be out injured for a while. So I don't know what the score is there. I don't know when Sessegnon will be back.
Well, I can't tell you about Sessegnon either.
Nah.
But yeah, I mean, we could see Makande in the squad at least.
Yeah.
Um, is Harvey White still with us? I've not seen him in any lineups.
I believe so, yeah. I believe he's still with us, yeah. I mean, do you know what? I'd give Harvey White a shout out. I'd rather he played than Harry Winks at the minute.
Yeah, just if it does ruin their potential a bit because then they're almost playing against lesser quality in the under 23s. They're better off going out on loan, and like he went on loan to Portsmouth last year, didn't he?
Yeah,
Harvey
yeah, that
White.
was in January, yeah.
Yeah, so he's better off coming in and starting a game with the first team. You never
Yeah,
know how he's going to do it. He played against Marine, didn't he? So
yeah,
he's like they're trying to edge him in, and then they just go to the back of the queue again. Let's see,
yeah.
we've got a comment here. What do you think the 11 will be versus Wolves? So you said Galini in goal, didn't you?
Yeah, I said Gleany in goal. It'd probably be Davis Doherty at fullbacks. Joey Roden will come in, I think. Depending on the fitness of Romero, I reckon it'll either be him or Dyer or
I think Sanchez.
Tanganga.
I think Sanchez will play, won't he?
Sanchez, yeah, could play Sanchez, yeah, because obviously he needs some match fitness. He's missed that Palace game and the game against Rennes. I think Lo Celso will start. I think Højbjerg and Skip could both start as well. And up top, maybe rest Kane. Do you think Brian Gill will start?
I think he will. I think it's strange, isn't it? Because you almost have to rest them because of the Arsenal game. It's like one of them. If it was any other team, you probably wouldn't rest. You probably go full strength because
I
it is
think
Arsenal.
though, yeah, I think what it is, we've got a Wednesday, but then Wednesday night we've got Wolves, but then on Sunday night, so we've got like 4 days rest, if you
Mm.
like. So they probably could squeeze in a 90-minute game and then rest for like the 4 days, 3-4 days, whatever it is, because it's not like they've got to play 90 on a Thursday, 90 on a Sunday, because
Yeah, it's true.
it's just a lot less time, because I think with Thursday it's just a funny old day to play football,
Mm.
and it's just not enough time to rest.
I think Arsenal have got AFC Wimbledon at home, so
Mm.
they'll be able to rotate, and Arsenal will have it quite easy, I think, Wednesday night compared to us.
Yeah, I think Wolves would be a tough one. I mean, we went there a few weeks ago, and Mark, that was a tough game. I think we was lucky to get 3 points there.
Yeah, I expected Adama Traore to be a Spurs player by now, but
Yeah, same.
was it to be?
No, it
Yeah,
wasn't to be, unfortunately, but who knows?
here we go. Roy says we can't risk Tony players versus Wolves before we play Woolwich. Maybe Alfie Devine if he's fit. That's again. I really like the look of Alfie Devine, but
Yeah, I
he's
do.
not getting a look in right now, is he? Like not even on I don't
Nah,
think he's been on the bench yet.
no,
Even
he's not been on the bench.
pre-season. Pre-season, I
No,
didn't see him either. Did you?
he, yeah, I think with the young players, well, I say the oldest young players, the ones that are approaching like 21 now,
Mm,
like Markande's 20, and
yeah.
I think it's time for them to step up now. Like I said earlier, they need to step up, like make a name for yourself, and then and obviously it helps us out for the first team as well, give us some options.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if I was a young lad, I'd be giving it my all right now. I'd literally be like locking on Nuno's door, saying, "I want a chance." Like, just keep working harder and harder. Just focus on your football, and you shall be rewarded. It will eventually come.
Mm.
But I feel like when a young player does play, they've literally got their minutes to impress. There's no point bringing them on in like the 90th minute and they've only got 2 minutes left.
Yeah, and you're 3-0 up or 3-0 down.
Yeah, you want to see them play for at least 10 minutes. Do something with them 10 minutes, and if you're impressed, then
Mm.
you'll be on the team sheet for the next match day.
I think we've also got, if we're talking about in the defensive aspect, we've got, is it Callum Cisse?
Yeah,
Fullback, and then there's
Fagan Walcott as well.
Fagan Walcott and O'Malley.
Omole, yeah.
O'Malley. But
Omole, yeah.
I saw he come from Arsenal's academy. They released him.
I believe so, yeah. I think that's right, yeah.
And then we had one who went the other way. I can't remember his name.
Oh, Daniel, is he Desiree or something? Desiree?
Yeah, it's Denzi.
So it's something like I know the name when I see it. Yeah, I know who you mean. There was a lad who went that way.
How that works out, isn't it? So, like, Arsenal don't rate him, so we have him. And then we don't rate him, and Arsenal rate our academy.
Yeah, it's just a swap deal, yeah. But I'd like to see more of that Fagan Walcott. He looks like the next Japhet Tanganga.
Yeah, I mean, Tanganga's always really produced the last couple of years. I mean, we've had Skip, but I think we saw Skip's potential for quite a while.
Yeah.
And waiting for the right time. But Tanganga was the one that come out of nowhere in that Liverpool game.
Yeah, because I thought the other centre back was going to be TJ Ioma.
And he went, didn't he? I was surprised about that one.
And even Cameron Carter Vickers.
Yeah, another one. And then I think there was another one. Yeah, Okadina. I think he got sold as well.
Okadina. I don't know that. Oh, I think I might have heard of him. Yeah, but he never come close to the first team. I don't think.
No, and then I think the other one hovering around is Brooke Lyons Foster.
Lyons Foster. I think he's still with us.
Yeah, he's still. I think he's around the squad now. He's definitely in the first teim squad.
Yeah, he trains with them. Defo, yeah.
So with the League Cup, then, what's your prediction? You think we'll get through?
I've got a funny feeling we could. Yeah, I reckon we'll scrape through it. It'll probably be a 2-1 win to us. I reckon. I think Wolves will rotate as well. I don't think they'll go full strength. I reckon they will rotate as well. I mean, it's early in the competition. I don't know. I reckon Wolves will rotate. Probably not too much. I think if it's a case of if they're losing, they'll probably bring on their players and probably bring on Traore on the bench and then cause a bit of damage. But I think both sides will rotate on Wednesday.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, Ollie says 1-0. Gil. He's rhyming again. I don't know if he's rhyming on purpose.
It should be a rapper, but yeah, 1-0 Gil.
But that'd be nice. I know I've read a stat. Nuno's side hasn't scored 2 goals in a game for over 2 years, and the last time he did was Wolves v Brighton last season. But Brighton were down to 9 men. Lewis Dunk got sent off, and someone else got sent off. So Nuno's sides don't regularly score 2 goals a game. So I don't know if I'm going to go 2-1. I reckon Wolves will win on penalties. It'll be 0-0 and it'll go pens.
There'll be no extra time. It'll go straight to penalties, won't it?
Yeah, so I think Wolves on pens for me. But I just want to see us winning some football matches again. You know what I mean? It means we end up losing this, but what would you rather? Go on, mate.
Going into Arsenal game next week, we need to go in with good form. We need to go with good goal scoring form and look the part for the match. What was you going to ask? Sorry,
I was going to say, what would you rather take? Go through in the cup or get a result against Arsenal?
I'd rather lose the cup and get a result against Arsenal. I think concentrating on the league is important. I think aiming for top 4 is really important. I think you get top 4, get Champions League football for next season, and then hopefully it attracts more players to come. I think we could have probably signed a couple more players this summer, but because we didn't have Champions League football to offer for it, obviously we missed out. So I think concentrate on the league, get top 4, get back into the top 4, at least try and aim for the top 4. You know, it's a strange one, really. I mean, I'd like to win the Carabao Cup. Would do me. I'd like to win the Carabao Cup. Win that and win the Europa League Conference. I'd be happy.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're a long way off winning anything right now. But
don't forget, by the time the finals come around for them trophies, the January transfer market would have opened as well.
Yeah.
So hopefully you can add to the squad.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, just to try and stay in these competitions by
Yeah,
the time the window opens, and
yeah,
that's what Mourinho did for last year. But I don't know if we signed anyone. We beat Brentford in the Carabao Cup, didn't we, last year?
yeah,
And
yeah.
did we add anyone in January? I
No, I don't
can't
think we
recall.
did. No.
No, so that's the thing. So we definitely need some strengthening, but it's a long way to go. Yeah, it's a long, long way to go.
Yeah.
But Arsenal game then, how do you see Arsenal going?
Uh, well, I mean, they've picked up 2 wins now, back-to-back wins. But I think if we can play well, I think we can get the job done there. It'd be a tough one because I can't. Well, I can't remember last time we won at the Emirates. I know we beat them in the cup a few
Mm,
years back when Delhi scored. But yeah, it's just going to be another tough match. I think it's a match that could have been a potentially winnable game, but it's not really looking like a winnable game now. It's looking like a tough game. Again, looks like we're going to have to scrape a draw in this one.
mm.
But yeah, I think Arsenal will be up for it. They look like they've sort of come into a bit of form now. But yeah, but I think if our players know what derbies are all about, then they'll be up for it as well. But
Yeah.
we'll just have to see how it goes. But be a tough game. Be a tough. Yeah, I think we'll find it tough.
One thing that seems to be missing lately is that the bounce back ability of the club. When you get
Yeah,
that result, we usually come back with a good result and a good performance, but that's missing lately.
yeah,
But there are so many factors to take into account in there. I mean, all the COVID stuff, the isolating, the Croatia training camps, and
mm,
the Kane saga and the Ndombele saga. There's a lot to take in.
I think
So
so.
we really need to hope that they just do gel together, and one game it just starts to click. But
Yeah,
with the Arsenal game, then, do you think it is a must? I'll say must win, but we must get a result. If we lose, say if we lost that 3-0,
mm,
how do you feel then? And we go out the cup. Do you still trust Nuno?
yeah. Well, do you know what I mean? With Nuno, look, it's only what I mean. By the time we play Arsenal, it'll be 6 games in, so it's still for me. It's still early and still tight in the season. If we did lose that game to Arsenal, say, all we got to do is just win the next 3 matches and we're back up there again. So
Yeah.
I think I'm not panicking just yet. I'm giving Nuno the time. I think, like I say, the players just need to adapt to his system. Many say the system don't work, but people said Pochettino's system didn't work when he first appointed. So
Mm,
I just think he needs time. For me, I always find September, October is a funny month for us. We just never seem to get a string of results. I always find we actually kick on around early to mid-November, and
yeah.
then we have quite a good festive season as well into December, and then we sort of get our form then, and then there's question marks how we do in January and how we do in February, but yeah, I always find it's just a bit hit and miss. Sometimes we can do well, and then I've seen it in the past games in like October, November, we struggle to score
Mm,
and struggle to win games. So I think Nuno just needs the time. Let's see how he does come to say. If we are really, really bad, then I'd say see how we are in say November. But if
mm.
we're sort of picking it up and then it drops again, it's a bit inconsistent. Then just see how he does in January, February. But yeah, I think if we did lose that one to Arsenal, I wouldn't panic. As say, I'd be worried if we lost. The games after that. I mean, we had Villa. I think we got Villa at home after that, and then I think we got another tough matches: West Ham and Man United coming up. So I'll
St.
see.
Luke
If we
against
if we
Newcastle
lose
as
six
well.
games on the bounce, then I think questions would have to be asked.
Yeah. Um, I've lost my train of thought now, but yeah, that's what I was going to ask you about. But yeah, Tottenham are always known for having a bad start to the season, and then we're always on catch up. And then when it comes to the end of the season, we always miss out on our target by
Yeah,
4 or 5 points, and then we look back and we're like, oh, we only beat Everton, at the beginning of the season last year when we lost. Was it
yeah,
1-0 that Calvert Lewin header? Here we go. Rob Coins left a little message. Big up, boys. My first time here. I was so pissed off. 3 games flying, 6 in. We're fucked again. That's how we feel. Like it
yeah,
feels, oh, thanks for joining in, Rob. But yeah, exactly how we feel. I mean, we love talking about Spurs when we're winning, but now we're in this situation. It feels quite difficult to talk about Spurs, but not rant. We're trying to keep it very calm, aren't we, on tonight's stream? But
yeah,
yeah, Rob, are you panicking just yet? I mean, Gary, you're quite calm still, aren't you? I'm
yeah.
starting to panic a bit now.
No, I'm pretty calm. I mean, I panicked slightly against Crystal Palace, but because I just didn't know how he was going to react against Chelsea. Obviously, not very well. I think we've done well in the first. Overall, didn't do well. So again, how we're going to react come Arsenal. I mean, the Wolves game obviously is a cup game. I wouldn't say it's a major game. So, but obviously, I'd like us to win.
Hmm.
I'd definitely like us to win, and obviously we've got to win against Arsenal. I mean, we beat Arsenal. We've got 12 points. You know, even a draw, we've got 10 points, double digits, and you know, so many teams haven't reached double digits yet. I mean,
Yeah,
Brighton have. Brighton have
yeah.
reached double
I think
digits.
Brighton are fourth, aren't they? Yeah, they're
Yeah,
doing.
I thought they were second last time I checked, so
They
they might
are
be
they? Yeah.
third. Yeah.
I've refused to look. Rob says Skip should have started. Tanguy can't do a full 90. I'm done with him. You're not the only one that's done with Ndombele. I think I'm done with him as well. I know another person in the chat, Roy, he's done with Tongi. There's Celso as well. What's your thoughts on him, Gaz? Are you giving up with Tongi, or you still think he could turn it around?
I'd probably give him until January. The thing is with Tungi, I know we said this a few weeks back. We know he's a good player. There's a great player there. It just depends on the player's mindset. I mean, is their head in the right place?
Yeah,
Because to me, it just doesn't look like it does. I think if he was playing for like Man United, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, he'd be in his prime.
he'd be loving his football, wouldn't
Yeah,
he?
of course he would be. Yeah, but I think here was just a
Lost the
challenging
appetite.
time for him. You know, he looks like he hasn't settled since he signed.
Mm.
Um, I don't know. It's a strange one with Ndombele, but I want him to do well. I'd love him to do well this season, and I hope that's the case. I mean, I would give him up until January. If he is really poor up until January, I'd just say just sell him, just get what you can for him,
Yeah.
and bring in someone else because you want someone who's got attitude, someone that wants to play.
What did you
You
think of
know.
Ndombele's performance against Rennes? We haven't covered that yet. What did you think? That was his
Well,
first
it was
start.
good. I think it was good. It was positive, really
Yeah.
positive, and he was trying. He was, and it made a difference having that creative midfielder there. It made such a difference. You know, I see Ndombele like I see a glimpse of Moussa Dembele in Ndombele.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, the thing is with Moussa Dembele, he wasn't quite match fit either. He never lasted 90 minutes. He'd have to go off 70, 80 minutes.
Yeah. No.
Um, but if Ndombele can at least perform consistently up until about 70 minutes and try and win us the game, then I'm happy for him to do that. He doesn't have to complete 90 minutes. If he does 90 minutes and doesn't do well in them 90 minutes, then what's the point? But if he can do well in 70 minutes and play out of his skin, then yeah, I'd be happy for him to do that.
That's exactly it. If we're taking Ndombele off when we're in a winning position, it's more like you can accept it. But if you're taking Ndombele off and bringing on like a Harry Winks ain't going to change the game for you to get you the
Of
result you
course not.
need. You
No,
know what I mean?
I'd rather Harvey White came on or Noel John instead of Harry Winks.
All right. Rob said, I think this is his idea of the best team. Hugo, Tanganga, Dyer, Romero, Sanchez. Is this a back five? Is it Tanganga,
Looks like
Dyer,
that.
Romero, Sanchez, Reguilon,
Yeah.
Ellis, Hoiberg, Skip, Kane, Son. I do like that. Is there enough pace? I suppose there is enough pace.
Well, Jeff
Dele.
Tenganga's fast. Reguilon's fast. Dele, Pierre, Skip. No pace in that middle there, but you don't need it. I mean, if they can, they're quite a solid midfield there. See, I would like that squad there. I'd like Dele to play as that number 10 behind Kane and Son.
Yeah.
Hoiberg and Skip together, I think, have formed a really good partnership in the middle there. I don't think they should have broke up against Chelsea. I think they should have stuck with that.
It's
I really
interesting.
do think.
It's interesting. Rob said this lineup, and I do agree. I think I would like to try this, and he's also said about Gil and Lucas. I'm a big fan of Gil and Lucas as well. But yeah, like he's left out Lo Celso and Ndombele,
Yeah,
which he's left out Emerson as well. I mean, it's a bit early days for Emerson.
I like
But
him.
yeah, he's better. It's hard to say, but I feel like I've got a bit of patience with him. I mean,
Yeah,
Palace game, I was a bit worried. Chelsea game, a bit more compact, a bit
yeah.
more.
Even Rennes, he looked like he played as a right winger.
That was bizarre. That
Yeah, a
was
bit strange,
bizarre.
but I think Nuno said he just wanted to try people in different positions. So obviously, it's a sign that he's not taking that competition seriously. But Emerson Royal, for me, I reckon he will come good. I think he just needs a bit of time, just settle in and keep playing week in, week out. I think he will be a good player for us.
Let's go on to the final topic of tonight's stream, and it is: has the rebuild really started? Now, I mentioned this to you off air earlier. Nuno's only got a 2-year deal. So why, if we're having a big rebuild, why would you give a manager a 2-year contract? Is it for compensation in case it doesn't work out, for payout, or do you feel Nuno is a stopgap manager waiting for the right one, and we know who that right one they're probably thinking of? What do you think? Is the rebuild really starting?
To me, probably. Well, no. If I was to look at that squad, I'd say not really. No, I think it's. I mean, if that's the rebuild, I mean, it's very slow to start with.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dane Scott will be what, 29 by the time we get there.
yeah. But when Paratici came in, I think he also looked at the squad as well. He probably didn't need too many players. I think what it is, I think they all on the same page. Maybe Levy, Paratici, and Nuno have all said, I like using youth players, so I don't need too many signings. He probably looked at the squad and said it is a good squad. He might have said that because I think otherwise he would have come out and said like we could have done with maybe 1 or 2 more signings. I mean, Mourinho said it. Mourinho said in press conference, he said. Said in a January transfer window it was good, but it would have been better if we had a striker.
Mm-hmm.
So taking a small pop there at Levy, but I think with the rebuild, it looks like it's a slow one to me. I mean, obviously, it looks like midfield looks quite decent to me with Højbjerg and Skip. Defense, okay, looks like it could be getting better, but attacking wise, still not quite there. I think we needed attacking midfielder, a striker, maybe another left winger. But I don't know. Nuno might have come in and looked at the squad and said he likes it, and he's even rated the youth squad as well. So, but he's just got to use them. Just use them.
The problem is, I think even every single Spurs fan would say this. It's not about the amount of money we're spending; it's just how we spend it. And this is the biggest problem with the Harry Kane saga: is that I wouldn't trust anyone. Levy, Paratici, Nuno, nothing against them.
Steve Hitchin, another one.
Who are they really going to get if they're turning their noses up at Danny Ings and Edward and at a snippet? They were all under 25 million. If they're turning their noses up at them, and even like we spoke about the Jesse Lingard on loan, and if they're turning their nose up at them, what are they actually going to buy? And like they're going to buy a random striker from somewhere in Europe. We're linked with that Zenit striker. Was it Azun or something? You know that one? He played against Chelsea the other night. But
is it Artem? The only one I can think of who plays for him is Zouba. It's not him.
It's a guy from Iran, apparently.
I don't know him.
Let's have a look. Rob says, they say pull your socks up, Emerson needs to put his socks down. Imagine him playing against Stoke away in the FA Cup in January. He'll have his socks pulled up over his head. Come on, he's talking. Look at it does look like he wears tights. They are some very high socks. Oh, Gary's cut out again. This happens to Gary every stream. He will be back very shortly. For some reason, he stream cuts out after 50 minutes, and then he will come back in. But another one. Great example, Rob. That's exactly one of the examples I was thinking of. Demarai Gray at Everton. We were linked to him. They signed him for 1.6 million. Perfect example there. Gary's back. We know what happened there, mate.
Yeah, it's always like around this mark, it cuts me out.
Rob said the perfect one. Demarai Gray for 1.6 million. Why have we turned our noses up at that? That was low. I think Jamie O'Hara said the other day. Look at Soufal from West Ham, 5 million. Solid.
Yeah, good purchase there as well.
And then we've got. I know I don't know if we was ever interested in, but Saint Maximin. I mean, why are these lower clubs getting these players from? Basuma at Brighton.
Yeah.
And then we're happy to spend money on Ndombele, the Celso. I never heard of him before, really. I saw Ndombele against Man City.
Yeah.
So I'm going on one now. The rebuild will only start when all the deadwooders exited, unfortunately. It's getting there. I mean, it's getting there. But I think we're very bare as it is, aren't we? I mean, we can't really afford to get rid of any more deadwood. What do you think, guys?
No, unless you replace them like immediately. But I don't know what the plan is at Tottenham. I think what it is, I think they literally want a young player. They want another Harry Kane in the youth ranks.
They're
I
hoping for it, aren't they?
I just wish we had an ability like I don't know, like Atletico Madrid. They sell a striker, they get another one, and they replace them like for like, and if not, they're actually better.
Yeah.
I know, obviously, I think RB Salzburg are like that. They had that Haaland,
Mm.
sold him, and the next best
Daka,
striker they had was Patson Daka, gone to
getting the
Leicester
money.
now, and I think they've got another striker who's come through now. And I wish we could have that ability, but I think they've relied on Kane too much to be the star striker that they've come unstuck.
Mm.
But I
Harry
think,
said, "Go on,
go
guys."
on,
Harry says we've lost our teeth. Not the same Tottenham as 3-4 years back. Yep,
yeah,
100% agree with you, mate. Lost our centre back pairing, Vertonghen and Alderweireld. Vulnerable now, and I'm not sure if we said it on the stream before, but we've really lacked that experience. I mean, obviously a bit late now, but at that time we needed like a Gary Cahill and a Johnny Evans, didn't we? Just that
yeah. Johnny
experience
Evans, I
that
think, would have been a good centre back there. Even Thiago Silva,
yeah, we're linked to them, and we're linked to Jerome Boateng as well, weren't we, last year?
I
And
think he's still a free agent. I don't know if he's gone anywhere yet.
yeah, I'm not sure, but I don't know, we've got a massive issue at the club where we think if there's no sell on value, we don't want them. And that's what we
I
do.
think that's what it is. Yeah, I think they are literally looking for the next Harry Kane in our youth ranks. I think that's the way it's going to be. They probably want Dane Scarlett or even Troy Parrott or Keanu Titi, someone to step up and take Kane's place. But they keep. Well, I mean, Kane was loaned out a lot. He had X amount of loan deals before he actually come back and established himself as a top drawer striker. So yeah, we don't know what the plan is with
Yeah.
the recruitment at Spurs. So I don't know. I think the way they see it, if they spend big money on one or two players, as far as they're concerned, that's their chance for business done.
Mm.
Because I noticed last season we actually signed 7 players under Mourinho, but they weren't expensive signings. They
And
were,
none, I think only Region was for the first team, if I believe. The rest of them didn't even make the first team. It was Joe Hart, Doherty,
Joe Hart was a free, I think.
not
Doherty was 15 million. I think Højbjerg was 15 million. He was part of the Walker Peters deal.
last season.
Yeah,
Maybe right, yeah.
I think Joe Roden was only like £9-10 million.
Yeah.
But yeah, they weren't expensive signings. Vinicius was on loan, Bale was on loan,
Of course.
so they
Yeah.
didn't spend a lot of money. I think that's what they're doing. I think they're trying to bring in players without spending big money, because if they spend big money, as far as they're concerned, 2-3 players, that's it, done. No more signings.
This is part of the problem as well, because we're talking about we sign players to sell on for more money. Bergwijn's a good example. Even Brian Hill is a new example.
Yeah,
And the big example now with Mourinho and Levy is why we've kept Dele Alli. Mourinho wanted to get rid of Dele Alli, didn't he, to PSG? And Levy said blocked the deal because he thinks if Ali comes back to get a bit more form, we can sell him for more money. And he's not coming back in form, is he, Dele?
Nah. I think Delhi probably. It's a shame, but I think Delhi needs to go back to his number 10 role. I don't think he suits that midfield 3 role with Højbjerg and Skip. It's too deep for him. I think he needs to play a bit more attacking.
Rob says, in all fairness, how long have we relied on Kane? I want the day back where we had 4 to 5 strikers to pick from. ENIC is the problem.
Yeah.
I do agree with you. Maybe not 4 to 5 because football has changed now. I think 3 is what.
Yeah, 3 is the most. I mean, you have obviously your main striker. Your second choice would be like a kind of a backup, that's someone who can fill in the holes when your main striker's not there. And then your third choice is probably either some old striker who's up 37, 38, or a young player who's just coming up. Someone like a Mason Greenwood would be good.
Yeah, I think you got 2 perfect examples. You got United, where they got Ronaldo, Cavani, and then you got the wingers / strikers in Martial, Rashford, Greenwood. So you got 5 there. But the perfect example of how you should have a front 3 is Leicester. You got Vardy, who's still quality, coming to the end. Iheanacho coming can do a job. He won the Community Shield, didn't he? Iheanacho.
Yeah.
And then you got Patson Daka, who's going to replace Vardy when Vardy's done.
Yeah.
And then once Packers in the first team started, they'll get someone else.
Yeah, that's a good recruitment what Leicester have done there.
Yeah, and you can see the plan. Like, we're not Leicester fans, and we can see their strategy with transfer.
That's what we dream of. That's what we wanted. They got good scouts. I mean, Soyuncu came out of nowhere, good player. Tielemans, another one, good player.
Yeah, sold Maguire, and they knew they had Soyuncu coming through.
Yeah,
and Johnny Evans has been with Soyuncu and made him a better centre back.
Yeah,
And now Wesley Fofana, obviously he's injured
good
now.
player. Yeah, he's out for a
Quality.
long time, but good player, really good player.
Yeah, Harry says Alderweireld was class, pinging balls up on the 10 pence, and that
Yep,
he had the creativity as well. Alderweireld,
yep.
he had that in his locker where don't see that as much now no more. Rob says I want to go back to 4-4-2. I mean, I don't think our midfield's good enough for 4-4-2.
No, I think play three at the back with two wing backs, Regulon and Royale. I think would be good wing backs. Play with a back three,
He says sod
and
the 4-3-3, 4-5-1. Roy says we relied on selling Ericsson to Madrid for a rebuild. Same happened with Kane. No one has paid Levy's price, and it's true. Like Tottenham are very, what is it? They're is it reactive, not proactive?
yeah,
We have to rely on other clubs to come to us with money
yeah,
instead
and
of us
spend
spending
their
money.
money and don't spend theirs. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's daft, really. It's not the way to run a club anyway.
yeah. You go, Rob's. We've convinced Rob to have two strikers up front. We'll go for free. We'll go for free. But who would you have gone for then if you could have got a striker realistically?
It's tough to say. I would have gone for Danny Ings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have gone for Ings. I think English, homegrown, and I think he would have been more than capable to fill in the voids if Kane got injured.
There were like silly links, weren't there? I think Leeds wanted like 50 million for Bamford. That's stupid, But
Yeah,
the Danny Ings deal that made a lot of sense, and
yeah,
the Edouard deal made a lot of sense.
yeah. I would have taken Edouard as well.
Yeah. Let's see what Harry says. Harry says we were kept being linked with Goetze. I don't even know he's a free agent. Is he a free agent, Goetze? I've not heard his name.
Where did he
A long
go?
time.
He went somewhere recently. I can't remember. I don't know if he went back to Dortmund or not, but I see his name pop up somewhere. I can't remember where he went. I think he's gone to. A German team who's just been promoted. Someone like
Sounds good.
Union Berlin or someone. I don't know. I see his
Yeah,
name pop up recently. Someone needs to Google this because I see
yeah.
his
Let
name
us
pop
know,
up.
Harry, if you know where he's gone now. He must be 30 now. He must be
Yeah,
going on.
30 odd. Yeah,
Adam says Ings.
yeah.
Yeah, and Ollie says Ings or workhorse. Yeah. Got loads of recommendations coming in. Rob again, Ings, Icardi, Martinez.
I think with Arcadio Martinez, they would want first team football. I think same with that man as well. Vlahovic would want first team football.
I think he would have got it. I think, yeah. The rumor wasn't it, Vlahovic would come in to be with Kane. That was never going to happen, was it?
I don't think so. No,
It was
because
always going
look,
to be Kane.
you'd have to drop Son as well. So
Yeah, Ollie and Harry are coming with the goods. Gertz is at PSV.
PSV, right?
He's
Okay.
with Madueke. He's with Madueke.
Madueke and Vinicius.
Yeah, and Vinicius. God, yeah, it's better than us. That's better than us. PSV Eindhoven, he's 29. Yeah, no Levy is Joe Lewis's godchild fat.
Yeah,
That's the thing. We're just not getting these answers, but we're trying to keep positive. But it looks like the striker everyone wanted was Danny Ings.
yeah.
But it is a hard market. It is a very hard market out there. But yeah, I don't think there's anyone. I mean, we've heard of Martinez, of Vlahovic. You're talking 70 million plus. It sounds like 70 million bids wasn't good enough for him.
Probably just didn't believe in our project.
Kane's a bum this season. Never mind not scoring in August. He ain't going to score in September. Well, let's hope he has a shot on target in September.
Yeah, at least, or at least hit the post. But saying that, he the last when was it? It was I think it was the 2015-16 season. Harry Kane didn't score in his first 4 matches, but he still won the Golden Boot.
Yeah, I think I saw that stat earlier. Is that when he scored against Man City?
Yeah, that was his first goal of the season. And after that, he just scored for fun. So who knows? Might be a slow start for Kane.
Harry's asked us our first question. We've not had many questions. We had a few
No,
comments.
we ain't actually, yeah.
We love the comments. We'll respond to all the comments. But if you've got any good questions for us, fire them in. Harry says, are you guys happy with Nuno at the moment? I'm running out of patience, to be honest. I think, Gary, you're a lot more calm. But
yeah,
for me, I want to see us having shots on goal. If we're having shots on goal and they're not going in, I can understand it. I can blame the finishing. But because we're not creating the chances, I'm a bit more panicking because I don't understand the style of play. I knew before we were a counter-attacking side, but because why have you kept Harry Kane if you're going to try and play counter-attacking football? I'm going to say I'm 40% Nuno in. So I'm 60% Nuno out. Gary, what are you thinking?
I just think Nuno needs the time. I think we'll just see. Let's just give his strategy, his system. Let's just give it time. Like I said, I'll probably give it up to November. And like if we've had shitload of losses come November, I think it would be time to start asking some questions. But I mean, am I happy with Nuno? I mean, I like Nuno. I do like
I do
Nuno,
like
but
him.
yeah, but I just think he needs to uh, just sort of get the team playing and start creating some chances. I think that's just what we're lacking. I think what hasn't helped, obviously, he's had a load of injuries. The South Americans had to go and isolate for 10 days, so it probably jeopardises training plans as well. So he's not had it easy. I think managing Spurs is generally not an easy job, and I
No.
don't think he's realised that. But we'll see. We'll see. I think give him the time. Just see how he does in the next few matches. But if we start getting losses more than wins, then yeah, we'd have to start asking questions.
Well, like I said, I think we have to start scoring now.
Yeah,
Like, it's not about like you can lose a game 1-0, like how we were winning games 1-0. But if you start
yeah,
losing 3-0, if you lose 3-0 like 3-4 times in a row, that's big problems. And you're going to look at inside the dressing room. That's not on
yeah,
the pitch. That must be off the pitch as well.
yeah. But when Poch was first taken charge of uh, Spurs in his first full season, he had a slow start. You know, he was losing to
Yeah.
Stoke, West Brom at home, and it was dropping silly points as well. So people were asking the questions then, and then Poch took us to the next level.
Mm.
So you know, will it be the same under Nuno? I don't know, but I think he should get the same time what Poch had. So and then we can
Yeah,
judge.
the Villa game was like late October, wasn't it? Then early November.
Yeah, yeah, I
When
think
Kane
it
scored that
was.
free kick.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think you got to look at it after 10 games. If we're being realistic, 10 games and see where you are in the cups. Rob says, "I'm so pissed with us this season. I thought turn the page." I mean, we started brilliantly, and I could see the
yeah,
game plan. Of course, got a bit jammy. The warning signs were there with the first Passos game, but I think that was just take any players you can. Was it to Portugal? Yeah, it was Portugal, wasn't it?
yeah.
First one.
But I think Nuno hasn't been backed properly anyway. So I think his time's going to be tough anyway. Adam says personal opinion. Drop Kane. I said this. I think Kane needs to be dropped as well.
Well, I think that's why Wolves is a good opportunity to drop Kane.
Yeah, I think drop
Um,
Kane, start Son. See, I
Son,
said,
Lucas, Gill.
yeah. I mean, I was going to say I would have been happy to see Kane sold and everyone, and then Levy built the team around Son, make Son the main striker, and
Yeah.
bring in a couple of players around him, bring in a new attacking midfielder, obviously a backup striker and another player somewhere. But I think should have built a team around Son. Son looks like he wants to stay at Spurs. He loves playing for us. You can see that. Kane just looks like you can just tell by his body language. I think he did want to leave, but he had no choice but to stay. So, but he's going to play. He's his excuse is I'm a goal scorer. I'm going to play, and but he doesn't have to play. He doesn't have to put his heart and soul into it.
Yeah, got some funny comments coming in. We'll come to him in a second. But yeah, what I've noticed with Harry Kane, I've got a season ticket for the new subscribers. I try and go as much as I can. But one thing I do notice now, Kane is clapping the fans off further. Like he's getting further and further away when he's clapping the fans at full time.
Yeah,
Before he'd come right like to the penalty box and clap. Now he don't want to know. He's trying to stay as far away as he can. And then like Lloris and Son, they come over. And they're a lot more respectful,
yeah,
And yeah, Kane don't want to be there, but you know what it's like if you're in a job and you don't want to be there. But
yeah,
even if you want to try your best and do a job, and I do believe Kane is a professional, and I do believe he wants us to win games and win for Spurs. But he's had his chances, Kane, hasn't he, to win games
yeah.
for us.
Of course he has. Yeah, we've been
Which
into a
is what
couple
we're
of
frustrated. Like,
finals.
we want to win trophies as well as Harry Kane. It's not like we want different things,
No, we
We
want
want
the
the same
same.
things,
Yeah,
and it's down to him. Harry says we should have done all we could to sign Traore. I agree. I mean, once
yeah,
we found out there was no striker coming in, I was all for Traore. But
yeah.
again,
But I think the price for someone who can't score, someone who's got lack of end product, I think was going to be a bit steep. I mean, yeah, he's a great all-round player, brilliant
yeah,
player. But I think I would have gone cheaper option. I would have gone for Saint Maximin Or even
Yeah, he
Wilfred
wasn't bad.
Zaha, I would have gone
Yeah,
for.
yeah. And there was Sarr from Watford.
Sal from Watford was a
From me.
good shout as well.
Uh, Adam says regarding Harry Kane slows us down.
Yeah,
Roy says if we keep losing at home, Nuno won't last long. And that's the difference now, isn't it? Because the fans are back.
yeah,
Fans are voicing their opinions now. I mean,
yeah,
there was
definitely, yeah,
time. I mean, if we lose to Villa, I think we've got Villa at home next.
yeah,
Lose to Villa. I mean, there was big. There was big. I think that was when the ENIC out protests were at the Villa at home last season.
yeah.
With Reggie on own goal and Ollie
Ollie
Watkins.
Watkins, yeah,
But, if you lose to Villa at home, say if you lose 2-0, 3-0 without scoring, there's going to be some serious boos coming.
yeah, big time, massively.
Harry says Kane plays CDM now. I mean,
Yeah, it does look it. He plays centre back.
he's very deep. Hugo and Sonny, the only people that clap us.
Yeah,
And Højbjerg, I say Højbjerg as well. He does give us a clap. I know Højbjerg. No, and I'll give a shout out to Dyer. I think Dyer is very passionate about the club still.
yeah,
So
he is. I mean, I see him. I mean, when we went Colchester that time, he even clapped. We lost the penalty shootout, but he still clapped the away fans. I mean, I've got some abuse though.
What, Dyer?
Yeah, people tweeting and saying, "Oh, fuck off! You're not fit to play for this shirt." Blah blah blah. You know, it was quite horrific. Yeah, and Dyer even said why abuse me and all that stuff. But yeah,
Adam says Kane's head's not in it anymore. Totally
it's not. I
agree.
don't think it is.
Dharma not worth the money. He can't finish.
I said that.
Lask. I think I said. Is that right? Lask. Is it like the Greek football team? Is it?
Lask? No, Laska from Austria.
Is it Austria? Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Lask.
No, I think.
Apologise if we're wrong, but Lask.
No, I think he sounds like he comes from India or somewhere around that way. But yeah, I feel Kane doesn't want to play for us. Yeah, we've said this.
Yeah, 100%. Harry says this. Harry is a big fan of Højbjerg.
Yeah.
Especially Adam says, especially from me. I think that's regarding the Dharma Traore. But let us know your comments below. What are we getting through in the League Cup on Wednesday, and are we getting anything out of Wolves? Arsenal at the weekend. So let us know. Are we going through in the cup, and are we getting anything out of the Arsenal game? But a lot of interaction tonight. Lask says he's from India. So
it's a good guess there.
Lask, no booing Dyer. But are we getting through on Wednesday night? Let us know in the comment section below. And are we going to get a result against Arsenal? But I mean, thanks for everyone who's tuning in and putting the comments in. It's perked us up a bit this evening. It was quite miserable at the beginning. I think Adam's been on the Stellars.
Yeah.
I can see us beating Arsenal.
Well, do you know what, Ed? I said that against Chelsea. I said I think we're going to get a result against Chelsea. I mean, especially after seeing them in the first half. But also, I don't know. Arsenal's a funny one. I mean, they're just winning 1-0 at the minute now, but they're getting 3 points, and that's all that matters. But I just hope we go there and absolutely batter them at the Emirates. It'd be brilliant. I mean, if that was the case, then obviously everyone will forgive Nuno for the poor football, and then he gets more time again. So it's a funny old game.
Harry says no. Chelsea always beat us.
Yeah, they do, but I've seen us beat them at home before. I think we was a bit of a bogey ground at one stage, and now they've just come here and they just. I don't think we've beaten them at the new ground yet. Only on penalties in the cup last season.
Technically we beat them.
But that was the draw. In the 90 minutes that was a draw. So Ted says 2-1 Spurs.
Go on, Ted. I love what Ted's drinking as well.
Yeah. He's probably having milk.
Oh, there we go. I feel that Brian Gill could be a great future for Spurs. Yeah, Gary, what's your thoughts on Gill from what you've seen?
I think Gill just needs a bit of time. Just a young lad, 20 years old. Looks like he needs a bit of toning up as well. He looks a skinny lad, but I think Brian Gill, I do like him. I just hope he will come good soon. I mean, we say, it's a great player for the future, but we want him to come good now. We want him to do well now. We want him to come straight into the first team and do some damage. I mean, we start Ndombele. We've been waiting for him for 3 seasons to do something now. Same with Lo Celso.
This is what I said. I don't know if I said to you or my dad or in the group chat, but Chelsea weren't interested in giving Werner time to bed in. They got Lukaku in straight away.
This is it. No. It's like they spent £97 million on Lukaku and £50 million on Timo Werner.
You sign in
Uh,
Havertz and Ziyech when you've just got Mason Mount come through the ranks. You
yeah.
know, it's just different levels, and we're like, Winks could be all right. Winks could make it still.
No,
Their
no Winks for me.
mentality
The
is
thing is,
completely
obviously,
different.
I'd like to see Winks do well, Tottenham through and through, but he just
Yeah.
hasn't got it in him. I think when he first hit the scene under Pochettino, he was a bit of a better player and he was putting
Mm.
in shifts. But as
Yeah.
he's just grown and grown, just not good enough for me. Just poor. I'd like to see Harvey White play.
Mm. Harry says our worst team after Liverpool. That he means bogey teams. So he means Chelsea are our worst team to play against. And then
Yeah, I
Liverpool.
think so. Chelsea, Liverpool, and I think West Ham as well.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen us get a result at Anfield. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen us get a result at home actually from Liverpool.
No,
I've not
I think
looked
we
up there. I've never
not
witnessed it.
recently, no, but we have beaten Liverpool at home. I mean, there was a time 4-1 at Wembley when we beat them. We absolutely destroyed them
Yeah, I've
that
never seen
day.
a Champions League final. Of course, comes to mind as well.
Yeah, of course. Yep, happy memories. Not.
Roy says, want to see Romero pop Aubameyang in his pocket.
I would like to see that. Yeah, I hope Romero does well this season. Hopefully he's that brick wall that we need.
That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? So Romero, I mean, that was one thing that was frustrating with the Chelsea game yesterday. There was no fight, was there? I mean, there was no bookings. I think I read we give not fouls. There was only one yellow card in the game yesterday, and it wasn't for us. It was for Chelsea. It was. I can't remember who it was. Do you remember who it was?
No, I can't. No. Who was it? No, I can't think.
Ad says, keep going, fellas. I'll message you both tomorrow. Lass says, I don't care if we lose in Carabao Cup, but I just want Spurs to beat Arsenal.
Yeah.
Well, he's proper Spurs, Lass. He's proper.
Yeah.
He gets it. He gets it. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, mate. If you could drop a sub down below, that'd be brilliant for us. But yeah, I think should we wrap it up now then, mate?
Yeah.
Thanks to everyone that has tuned in tonight. It's been a miserable 7 days for us Spurs fans, but we'll try our best. Try to keep positive. Gary's keeping the faith. He's saying at least let's reevaluate November time, see where we are, see if we're in the cup still. Hopefully get through on Wednesday night and get a nice draw. Let's get, I don't know who we can get.
Someone from. Well, be careful what you wish for, because if we end up with Colchester, we'll lose on penalties again.
I mean. Let's get through. Let's just get through. Adam says Werner was the one that got booked.
It was Werner. Okay.
Yeah. Ollie says top stream, lads. Appreciate that, Harry. Glad I found this channel sub. Top man.
Nice
We're
one,
here
Harry.
every Monday night, 9 p.m. You can always see us about here.
We're on Instagram as well.
Yeah, Lass says see you tomorrow. We're not it. We only do the streams every Monday.
We're not here tomorrow, but if you want to find some more content, you can follow one of our Instagram pages.
Here we go. So Gary runs our Instagram account, and it is at Lily White Post. So if you check that out on Instagram, Gary comes up with all the content, and he does the daily news on there. So he's really good at that.
I try and do the daily news when I can, but yeah, I'll just pop up for pre-match reviews, match opinions, and my opinions and that. Yeah, just talk a load of nonsense really, but just sort of interact with the Spurs community around the world when I can. So yeah, drop us a follow and drop us a comment as well.
Yeah, but appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. We'll wrap it up there. Let's just close that. But yeah, that is going to do it for tonight's show then, boys. Thank you for everyone tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Next week then, hopefully we will be talking about beating the scum. Come on, you Spurs. And hopefully getting through against Wolves on Wednesday night. And let's see Brian Gill score and maybe Harry Kane if he does play.
Yeah, I'd like to see someone, just some young players step up and do something. Yeah, someone do something, just score, win some games, and we want to be happy again. The world's a better place when we win.
George Baldock, he's a footballer, isn't he? George Baldock. Did he play for United or West Ham?
No, Sam Ball. Is it Sam Baldock? Yeah, you played for. Who did you play for now?
Tip with him. But is this a new channel? Yeah, we are a new Spurs channel. We're not vloggers. We just talk about Spurs. Go to the game, so you won't see us videoing ourselves at the game. We're just passionate about Spurs, and want to chat to everyone. So thanks for tuning in, George. But if you had a chance to replace Kane with someone else, who would you have? Who would you go for? This will be the final question.
Yeah, final question before we wrap up. Replace Kane. Well, for me, I feel the only striker available who could replace Kane is Haaland.
Oh yeah, you're going for it. You are.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to think realistically. I think Haaland could replace Kane. I think Mbappe could replace Kane. Even Lewandowski could replace Kane.
I mean, I think I'll go for that for Harlovic. I've not seen him play, but looks like a big unit. But hopefully some players will break out like they do every season. So we'll be interesting to see who does come
Yep,
through.
we'll see.
But yeah, next summer will be very interesting with Haaland and Mbappe expected to move on, and
Yeah,
it probably will be Harry Kane's final
yeah.
season. If
Haaland,
not,
Mbappe, and Kane all moving on in
I
the
mean,
summer transfer window.
so it will be very interesting. But yeah,
Definitely.
thanks for all your comments, boys. We're
Yep.
back here Monday night, 9 p.m. May have some content here in the week, but it might not be a live stream. But yeah, thanks for everyone tuning in. Until then, come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Good night, all.